What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're doing another look at the JP meta. I know everything's kind of cooled down because they don't have any high-ranking events, and I know I haven't done this for a few weeks, but we've increased from like 320 decks to now 480 decks, which is kind of awesome to see that we have a bigger pool. I know 3 weeks kind of just increases anyway, but kind of just good to see that we've jumped 150 decks in 3 weeks. So without further ado, let's see what week 6 has for everybody, shall we? So first off, as you can tell, let's take a look at the big thing. 15% is Apocalyptic Mon, 10% roughly is Anubis, and then 9.4% is your Gargomon. You kind of just see these are the big three of this format, and it's just they're not going anywhere. Then you have SOC, which is Fenrir, Luga. Then you have Bloom, Yellow Vaccine, Bellastar, Shine, Levy, Red, Black, Gray, Gamamon. You know, it can go on and on. You can take a look here at a better chart looking at how quickly it kind of just seeps down. But it's not terrible to see where everything is kind of going and knowing. But as you can see, 72, 52 wins, 45, 27, 23, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, you know, Digipolice 12, Blue Flare 11, Fanglong 11, Mirage 10, Leomon 8, Royal Knight. And then basically because I know everybody's going to be all hyped up, Bunny Power, which is the Terrier deck or Alliance theme, that's 8. Myotismon 7, Ultimate Body Control is 7, Machinedramon 6, D-Brigade 6, Red Hybrid 6, Nume at 6, Grace Nova at 6, Crossheart, Ultimate, Alter S, Yellow Hybrid, Phoenixmon, Armor Rush, just a lot of good decks all in general. So let's just take a look at one of them first. So I figured it would be kind of cool because there are a couple Lions decks to take a look at them. So Terriermon, as you can know, is kind of that Alliance deck as is, but it's kind of good to see where this is going. This is focusing around the Alliance theme, so I figured it would be kind of cool to just bring it up. So let's take a look at what the Alliance theme is kind of just bringing to the table, so that if maybe somebody wants to focus on the Alliance build, they can, and you know, it would be really cool. You know, they are using the Terrier and Lopmon, so this one just gives your Digimon Alliance, while this one is just basically helps you play your Tamers and your Lopmons for a reduced cost of 2, so they're just 1 cost coming in, which isn't bad with the Bunny Typhoon, that basically lets you play this Terrier for free, that you can play the Lopmon for free. Sets yourself up and gets you really going. Then you have like Windingomon, that says on play, delete one level 3 or when Digivolving level 3 or lower Digimon. If this Digimon deleted your Digimon, you may play 1 level 3 Terrier or Lopmon and stay from trash without paying its cost. Just keep cycling them back in. It's not terrible. You know, then you have Entilemon, that's going to help you recover if you're at 3 or fewer security at the end of the attack, and then Alliance for the extra boost. You know, the new Cherubi is really cool, so when Digivolving, you may delete 1 level 4 or lower Digimon. Then you may play 1 green or purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your hand or trash without paying its cost. Not terrible at all. And then you have like the good Cherubi, which is just when Digivolving, when attacking one of your opponent's Digimon, gets minus 3000 DP for each of your suspended Digimon. So you could help remove control there as well. And I know that we should probably look at the evil Cherubi real quick in the list, because it's never complete without looking at everybody. Right. So where's evil Cherubi? So let's take a look at evil Cherubi. That basically says when Digivolve until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon and one of your other level 5 or lower gain on deletion, play this card from trash without paying its cost. So it kind of just recycles itself back in. It's not terrible. It just sets yourself up. I think it's a good deck. I think it's going to be fun when you guys kind of just play this at the green only tournament. This kind of just gets you the feel of what you want to possibly play. You might just play this. You're probably playing Bloom Lord, to be honest with you, but you can always play the Bunny Power. You know, then we do have the Henrys, which is surprising they're not playing the new Henry, but they're playing old Henry and Willis combo just to reduce Digi-Evolution costs just to set up. So main focus of the deck is the Mega Gargomon, being able to burst Digi-Evolution, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon and or Tamers, then 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers cannot suspend or Digivolve until the end of opponent's turn, locking them out of comboing further. Then you have like RapidMon on play, D-Digivolve sets yourself up there. You know, this RapidMon just minusing, if you have Tamers on board, minusing, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon for each Tamer you have in play, then up to 3 of your opponent's suspended Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP for the turn. You know, board control, RapidMon, anytime this one becomes suspended, all your opponent's security Digimon get minus 4,000 DP until the end of turn. You know, this Rapid just gives protection, so that it gives your Mecha Gargo at least a turn of life. And then when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top card of opponent's securities, so it's got the Rusty effect. And then you have Giant Missile, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon, and then return 1 of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck. 1 of your opponent's Digimon cannot unsuspend until the end of the opponent's turn. So, lockdown. And then, like I was talking about, Double Typhoon, just playing the Terrier and Leomon. Kind of shares similar to the Alliance, so certain key pieces. But it's all good. Then we have Leomon. I figured we'd talk about it because Leomon's actually gaining some traction. Some tops were not terrible to take a look at. But, you know, you have Leomon, basically searching your security stack. You may add 1 Leomon as name from among them to your hand. If you added a card security +1, or it's on play. Then you have Leomon. This Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with Leomon as name in your hand. When this would Digivolve by this effect, reduce the Digi-Evolution cost by 1. So this helps bridge the gap. And then you basically go into something like this. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP until the end of turn for its on play and when Digivolving. And then it has Indominance. When this Digimon would be deleted, while it has Digi-Evolution cards, you play it without paying its cost. You know, that's pretty solid. And then opponent's turn, while this Digimon is a Leomon, its name, it gains blocker. So you use these guys here, the Heavy Leo. Heavy Leo, Indominance, when Digivolving on deletion, Digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon, then return your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. And attack, return 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less to the bottom of the deck. If an effect didn't return, unsuspend this Digimon. So it'll let you multi-attack that way. And then you do have Bancho Leo, that's on play, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. All turns, when a Digimon becomes suspended, you may give 1 of your opponent's Digimon minus 4,000 DP and gains a security attack -1 until the end of opponent's next turn. So Bancho is just really solid. Then you have Imperialdramon, Paladin mode. When 1 of your Digimon would Digivolve into this card in your hand, you return 1 white level 7 Digimon from your trash to the bottom of the deck to reduce the Digi-Evolution cost by 4. Not terrible. And then when Digivolving, when attacking, you may return up to 1 2-color, which you're going to have in this stack, to the bottom of its owner's deck. Trash all Digi-Evolution on 1 of your opponent's Digimon, then return all your opponent's Digimon with no Digi-Evolutions to the bottom of their owner's deck in any way. This is basically trying to help out on removing apocalyptic mons. It's not a bad call, but outside of that, it's nothing too crazy. But here's the list again. You know, you have Merciful mode and Paladin mode. It's not a terrible pick up here. This is just a really solid deck, and I like that Leomon's doing something. Then we do have Myotismon. I know we haven't really talked about it much, but it's kind of good to just talk about this, how this deck is trying to play out. You know, you use Devimon, reveal the top 4 cards of the deck, add 1 card with Myotismon in its text among them to your hand, place the rest of the bottom deck in, and then add a card trash to your hand. It has Retal. Then you have Myotismon, that's basically a blocker for its ace. Then on play, when Digivolve, you may play 1 purple level 3 card or 1 purple Tamer from your trash without paying its cost. So you're basically going to play, you know, this Tamer here. So when all turns, when 1 of your Digimon with Myotismon and its name is deleted, you may suspend this Tamer to gain 1 memory. And opponent's turn, if this Digimon is suspended, you may delete this Tamer to play Myotismon from your trash without paying its memory cost. So your Myotismon target for right now is this one. So on play, if you have 5 or more cards with Myotismon and their name in trash, delete 1 of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon and then trash the top card of opponent's security stack. When Digivolving, trash the top 5 cards to your deck. Then if there's a card with Myotismon and its name in trash, gain 1 memory. It's not terrible. You're going to have, it's a Myotismon themed deck. You're just going to do what you want to do with your Mallows. Then you have Venom Myotis. On play, when Digivolving, on deletion, delete one of your opponent's 5 or lowers. It's not terrible. I mean, he's just going to get rid of 5s. It's not bad. But here's the list again. I know it's kind of blurry. You know, you use, you know, this one to help mill. This one's going to help draw and trash. You know, this one warps a little bit. If I remember, this one Digivolves or plays for free or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then just you have all this great options. Then this one's, I know people have been asking for Dino Rex. I mean, they've been kind of seeing this. This was the first time I saw this. This probably wasn't really a big event. It was held with 2 people. Winner. Okay, it was just 2 people. But you know what? Jokes aside, you know, 1 cost evolves. Just basically a very easy list. You use Uku's Louise, but let's look at the top end here. Use Dino Rex here for when Digivolving Blitz, and then all turns while your opponent has 1 or more memory, they can't play Digimon with 6,000 DP or less, then this Digimon gets plus 4,000 DP. And then you have Terriermon, that's end of your turn. If your opponent has 4 or more memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. And opponent's turn, if you have 4 or less memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. So controlling the board a little bit, it looks like a fun little janky deck. You know, using Louis to speed up, because you're going to be Digivolving for basically climb 1/1, you can easily get yourself to ultimate very quickly. You know, by 3 memory, you can easily spam out. All you need is like Uku, then Louis. Uku just continues to, you know, hatch something, then you gain a memory. It's just a fun little spammy deck. Do I think it's going to be overly competitive? No, but it's a fun combination of just looking at Dino Rex plus Terriermon. So 1 cost evolve climbing is never terrible. Then we have a D-Digivolve deck, and this is the final deck we're going to talk about. It's kind of cool to see that people are being a little bit creative near the end of the format where there's no hyper competitivity. You know, I lost the limited pack, but I won, so it's okay. This is what I said. Congrats. Ace quickly overflows due to D-Digi evolution. So, I mean, if you're going to hyper focus on this, why not? I mean, if they're going to be playing aces and you can D-Digivolve their Digimon, you're going to get some major value out of it just because these are high costs sometimes. But, you know, like using Platinum Sukamon because it's on deletion D-Digivolves. Then you have Heavy Leo that's just when Digivolving on deletion D-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less to the bottom of the deck. You know, then you have Gargomon that's going to D-Digivolve anyway, and it's got Blitz. So it's all got potential here. You know, Androidmon for when Digivolving D-Digivolve, and you know, Metal Greymon that's gonna just D-Digivolve for its when Digivolving. So you know, we have a lot of D-Digivolve, especially if your locals is gonna be high in the, you know, annoyancy of what, boys and girls? Aces. You're gonna take some you can punish them real quick with it. So it's not terrible. I think this is just a fun little janky deck. The only thing I would probably change up is I would put Trident Arm in instead of the, you know, double 8 costs here. I think Trident Arm would be a little more beneficial in this list. But all in all, I think this is pretty solid. I think it's pretty cool to see these are not like overly tier competitive decks, but kind of just janky. Even though they won low-end locals, hey, you know what? Let them have fun. I mean, if you guys aren't facing against Apocalypticmon, low-end kind of janky stuff is always fun, right? So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!